I know everybody in this room wants the best for their children. Absolutely no doubt about it. I'm here to tell you today that there are so many advantages to send your children to private school versus sending them to public school. One of the biggest reasons I can advocate for private school is that 90% of children that go to private school actually will apply to a college. Public school, about 50%. Now, the amount of students in private school that go on to get a bachelor's degree or higher is 52%. If you send your child to public school, he has a 26% chance of getting a bachelor's degree or higher. 1 out of 4 children in public school will go on to get a college degree. The numbers speak for themselves. And I think there's several factors that make private school the way to go for your child. And most of you might be thinking, I don't have the resources to send my children to private school. Private schools are so expensive. Private schools are as expensive as most four-year colleges. Well, in some cases, that's true. And what about the available? How many private schools are actually out there? Do I even know of a private school in my area? You may have heard of one or two. Do you know any of your friends' children that are going to these schools? The truth is that there's 27,000 private schools in the United States. And 41% of those schools cost less than $2,500. And even if you can't afford the $2,500 yearly tuition for those 41%, there's all kinds of options available for funding. You got vouchers, government vouchers. You got tuition tax credits. You got scholarships. And these are available to children in all 50 states across this country. I want to tell you some of the reasons not to send your child to public school. And I do want to put out there that we have public schools in this country that are excellent. But I just think to give your child, our future, the best chance to succeed in this world, he or she should go to private school. Some of the signs that these public schools are failing is that in industrialized countries, the United States ranks 19th out of 21 in math. We rank 16th out of 21 industrialized countries in science. As in the 4th grade, 77% of children in urban high-poverty schools were reading below basic levels. And since 1983, over 10 million public school students who reached the 12th grade without learning how to read. And 25 million, since 1983, 25 million students don't know the basics of American history. And I think the situation is definitely getting progressively worse. For these public schools, we've tried more funding. It's failed. We've tried smaller classes. It's failed. We've tried higher-priced teachers. It's failed. We've tried all kinds of educational bureaucracy, and it's all failed. There's several differences from public school to private school in the area of discipline, too. If you send your children to a private school, they have half the chance of becoming a disciplinary problem as far as alcohol and drugs, skipping school. Half of these children, and this may be an objection to some people, over half of our private schools teach some type of religious, and most of them have a very high standard as far as morals and ethics and honor code. But your child has half the chance of becoming a disciplinary problem if they go to private school. And between all these reasons I've given you, your child has double the chance of going to college. Your child has half the chance of having a lot of problems that our children have today. I just think for the future of this country and in your own home, for the future of your family and their family, I think private school is the way to go.